Duggar sisters from the hit TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting on are breaking their silence about the tragic miscarriages. It is never easy to be vulnerable on such a sensitive topic, but this is helping to raise awareness and compassion. So, what are they saying? Keep reading for more details on what the ladies shared. The Duggar family may be extensive with 19 children, but there could have been more. Matriarch Michelle Duggar suffered 2 miscarriages, so that was never easy for her. Yet, it may have been helpful when her own daughters were going through the same thing. Although many of them have gone on to have happy and healthy families, some have suffered tragic miscarriages. Now, 3 of the girls feel comfortable enough opening up about what they went through. Ginger Vuolo, Jessa Sewald, and Joy Anna Forsyth are delving deep into a very sensitive discussion. On July 9, 2025, Ginger spoke out on her and her husband, Jeremy's, podcast. She shared that she lost her baby at 6 or 7 weeks, shortly after doing a Zoom reveal to her family. That same day, the mother of 3 saw that she was lightly bleeding. However, she believed that it was normal and went about her evening, feeling that she had a great first pregnancy. Therefore, no need to worry, but sadly, that was not the case. Her sisters, Jessa and Joy Anna, were also on the pod to share their similar experiences. Jessa's miscarriage came in 2020, a year after Ginger's, and the Duggar sister shared that it all went down at a wedding. She attended it with her husband, Ben, when she saw a flow of blood, but she wanted to put on a brave face. They had traveled for this event, so she felt an overwhelming obligation. She then suffered a missed miscarriage in 2022. Joy Anna soon chimed in, discussing how she and her husband, Austin, had a stillborn baby girl at 17 weeks. She added this: "It doesn't matter at what gestation, your body still thinks that you're pregnant. Even if you're mentally struggling, physically, your body is struggling because it's wrecked your system." The Duggar trip admittedly struggled with the idea of having children after heartbreak. Ginger Vuolo went on to welcome 2 more children, Evangeline, 4, and Finnegan, 3 months. Jessa Sewald is currently pregnant but also shares Spurgeon, 9, Henry, 8, Ivy, 6, Fern, 3, George, 18 months, with Ben. Finally, Joy Anna Forsyth has Gideon, 7, Evelyn, 4, and Gunnar, 2, with her husband, Austin. The ladies all credit having amazing people around them to help through the tough moments. After they spoke on the Ginger and Jeremy podcast, listeners showed so much compassion to the sisters. "Thanks for sharing y'all's hearts and stories. What strong, beautiful women. Thank you for sharing your stories. Such a scary and sad conversation that most of us know all too well." In the quiet corners of their hearts and the spotlight of public attention, the Duggar sisters, Jessa, Jill, and Ginger Duggar, have long been known for their faith, family values, and devotion to their upbringing. Yet, behind the smiles and curated images lies a deeply personal and often painful chapter: their experiences with miscarriage. After years of silence, these women have chosen to share their stories, shedding light on a topic that remains shrouded in stigma and misunderstanding. This is their story, an emotional journey of grief, faith, resilience, and hope. The Duggar family, a brief background. The Duggar family, originating from Arkansas, became nationally known through their reality TV show, 19 Kids and Counting, which chronicled their large family and faith-based lifestyle. With numerous children and a strict adherence to their Christian values, the Duggars became symbols of traditional family life. Jill, Jessa, and Ginger Duggar, the 3rd, 5th, and 6th children respectively, have been particularly prominent figures in the media. Known for their outspoken faith and conservative lifestyle, they also have faced their share of personal struggles behind closed doors. The silent struggles with miscarriage. Miscarriage is one of the most common yet often misunderstood experiences women face. According to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, about 10 to 20% of known pregnancies end in miscarriage, but the emotional toll is profound and deeply personal. For the Duggar sisters, their pregnancies and losses were often kept private, in accordance with their family's conservative values. However, as they matured and became public figures, their personal stories began to surface gradually, revealing the pain and grief they endured. Jill Duggar, a personal loss. Jill Duggar, known for her straightforward approach to life and her strong faith, was one of the first to speak openly about her miscarriage. In an interview, she shared the heartbreak of losing her pregnancy early in her marriage. It was one of the most difficult experiences I've ever gone through, Jill said. You feel a mix of grief, confusion, and even guilt. But through faith and support from my family, I learned to trust God's plan. Jill's openness helped normalize conversations about miscarriage, encouraging many women in her community to share their own stories. Jessa Duggar, navigating grief in the public eye. Jessa Duggar, known for her candidness and strong Christian faith, experienced her miscarriage shortly after her marriage. She described it as a deeply personal tragedy that was compounded by public scrutiny. Losing a pregnancy is like losing a part of your future, Jessa reflected. It's heartbreaking, and sometimes it feels like your grief isn't fully understood because of the circumstances of your life. Jessa emphasized the importance of faith and community support in her healing process, inspiring others to seek help and express the grief openly. Ginger Duggar, a journey of hope and healing. Ginger Duggar, who has often been considered more introspective and modern in her outlook, also faced miscarriage. Her experience was marked by a desire to speak out about her emotional pain and the importance of mental health. I think miscarriage is something many women silently endure, Ginger explained. Sharing my story was a step toward healing, and I hope it can encourage others to find comfort and hope. Ginger's story highlighted the importance of mental health care and faith-based resilience in overcoming such tragedies. Breaking the silence, why it matters. Historically, miscarriage has been a taboo subject, especially within conservative communities. Many women suffer in silence, feeling isolated and ashamed. The Duggar sisters' decision to speak out is a significant step toward destigmatizing this common experience. Challenging stigma and misconceptions. Their openness challenges misconceptions that miscarriage is a rare or shameful occurrence. By sharing their stories, they normalize the emotional pain and validate the experiences of countless women worldwide. Promoting mental health and emotional support. The sisters emphasize the importance of mental health care, counseling, and community support. Their stories encourage women to seek help and to understand that grief is a natural response. Faith and resilience. For the Duggars, faith has been a cornerstone of their healing process. Their stories underscore how spiritual beliefs can provide comfort and strength during times of loss. Personal reflections and messages of hope. In their public statements and interviews, Jill, Jessa, and Ginger have conveyed powerful messages: acceptance of grief, acknowledging grief as a vital part of healing. The power of faith, trusting God's plan even when faced with heartbreak, support networks, the importance of community, family, and counseling, hope for the future, believing in the possibility of healing and future pregnancies. The journeys serve as a beacon of hope for women suffering in silence, reminding them that they are not alone. The impact of their courage. The sisters' willingness to share their stories has had a ripple effect. It has fostered more open conversations about miscarriage within their community and beyond. Empowering women to speak out. Many women have reached out, sharing their own stories and expressing gratitude for the Duggars' transparency. Their courage has empowered others to break their silence. Raising awareness. Their stories have also raised awareness about the emotional and physical aspects of miscarriage, leading to increased empathy and understanding. Inspiring faith-based healing. For many faith-based communities, their stories reinforce the belief that healing and hope are possible through faith and perseverance. Moving forward, healing and hope. While the pain of miscarriage may never fully fade, the Duggar sisters demonstrate that healing is possible. Their stories remind women everywhere that grief is a journey, and that hope, faith, and community can guide the way. Their current lives. Today, Jill, Jessa, and Ginger continue to advocate for women's health and wellness. They participate in charity work, speak at events, and use their platforms to promote awareness about miscarriage and mental health. Encouraging future generations. They hope their stories will inspire future generations to speak openly about their struggles and seek support without shame. Conclusion. The courage of Jill, Jessa, and Ginger Duggar to break silence about the tragic miscarriages marks a significant step toward greater openness, compassion, and understanding. Their stories highlight the universality of grief and the resilience of the human spirit. Through faith, family, and community, they demonstrate that even in the darkest moments, hope can shine through. The journey encourages women everywhere to honor their feelings, seek support, and remember that they are not alone in their pain. As they continue to share their stories, they pave the way for a more compassionate and empathetic world, one where grief is acknowledged, and hope is always within reach.